The word for today is discernment. I had to look up what is the difference between discernment and wisdom. I mean, it's probably kind of sort of obvious, but not really, because they are pretty similar things. As a noun, the difference between wisdom and discernment is that wisdom is uncountable, an element of personal character that enables one to distinguish between wise and unwise, while discernment is the ability to distinguish between judgment. How I would put that in my own words is, wisdom is like knowing what to do based on what you already know after you already know what it is. And discernment is figuring out what it is. I recently had somebody just pop back up into my life. I have not seen them in 6 months. Hadn't seen a child in 2 years. I was really just happy to see them. But you do have to put a little discernment into the situation. Because I keep discernment in the back of my mind. Like, okay, why are you just popping up now to see me after 6 months? And what's been going on? I know what I've been doing the last 6 months. What have you been doing the last 6 months? See, I kind of felt some type of way about separation. But see, separation, to a degree, wipes the slate clean. Me and you don't have the same struggles no more. Me and you are not in the same situations no more. Me and you don't deal with the same people no more. So whatever you got going on and whatever I got going on, like, that is what you got going on and that is what I got going on. So, let's look at the 6 month mark and see what have you done different versus what have I done different. And I can literally point out, like, yeah, I see what I did with this property over here. You see, I just bought this property over here. I just sold this property over there. I can actually point out things that I have done in the last 6 months. The things that she has made a great accomplishment in the last 6 months, but it looks like you haven't learned from what you did to be in the problem to begin with. That's bad judgment. That's bad discernment. This person, I'm not going to say they not religious because it's kind of hard to judge somebody's religion. But I would say they act religious. They work at a church. I don't like to judge. I don't like to judge other people like that. I really don't. But from what I see, something ain't right with it. Like, it is something not right about it. There's something not right at all about it. I mean, I can clearly say that something ain't right about it. I can't say what's not right about it, but something ain't right about it. Because, in this 6 months, really, before this, these whole last 2 years, I've just been more into reading the Bible. And, for the last few months, I've been actually, making prophetic word videos, just trying to tell other people, what I see, what I've learned, sowing back into others what has been sown into me. Because, basically, at some point, I ain't gonna say just one person's videos, a few people's videos. And it has inspired me in life. So I just like to throw my story out there and it might help somebody. I have had people come and tell me, I have influenced things that they have, things they've done in life. And before I even further go into the definition of discernment, I'm just going to say this is how I use discernment. If I'm conversating with someone, I listen to everything they have to say. I actually listen. I might not be responding, so you might not think I'm listening, but I'm listening to everything you say. And when people present problems, I listen to the problems. I ask questions around the problem and about the problem. And then I offer you options and solutions to the problem. If you do not want solutions to the problem, that means that is not your problem. Like, that is what you brought up, but that's not what you want. But discernment. Okay, I had something pop up on my screen. Discernment is the ability to obtain sharp perception or judge well, or activity of so doing. In the case of judgment, discernment can be psychological, moral, or aesthetic in nature. Discernment it has also been defined in the context scientific. This is discerning what is true about the real world. Normative discerning value, including what ought to be. And formal deductive reasoning. The process of discernment within judgment involves going past the mere perception of something and making a nuanced judgment about its properties and qualities. Discernment in Christian religion is considered as a virtue. A discerning individual is considered to possess wisdom and to be in good judgment, especially so regarding a subject matter often overlooked by others. Let me give you an example. You see a guy outside McDonald's. He asking, like, you got any change? You got a couple dollars? I'm hungry. You just be like, nah, keep walking. But you go inside, you buy extra cheeseburger. You hand the same guy a cheeseburger. It's about a 50-50 chance he gonna throw that cheeseburger back at you, because that's not what he really wanted. That is what he asked you for, but that's not what he really wanted. And the thing is, you don't want to be mean to people, but you have to discern what people are really asking for. Because if he was hungry, he wouldn't have turned down no hamburger, definitely wouldn't have threw it back at you, and definitely wouldn't have got angry. But the fact is that he wanted money to do something else other than get food. That is discernment. Because your initial perception might be that this person is hungry, this person needs help. But when you further analyze the situation and you see that that's not the case, you have to use different logic. You have to use different logic in working with that person. And I'm not just going to off top judge this person as a bad person, but they are kind of starting out very wrong by trying to deceive you, for personal gain, basically. Because whatever it is personal gain. I mean, if you're trying to buy drugs, you trying to get you a drink or whatever, that is for your own personal situation. And you feel that's kind of bold and entitled to feel like the public is responsible for your irresponsibility. That's crazy. Now, let's get back to when my ex just popped up. See, I know I have genuine intentions and I genuinely miss her and I miss the child. But you got to use discernment on what is the other person's intentions on coming around you. And as much as I wanted it to be a good thing, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been praying for them to come back. But yeah, when they came back, it was just an underlying kind of feeling of there's something ain't right about this. It's something ain't right about this. I can't put my finger on it, but it's something ain't right about this. And, too many red flags. And the red flags just keep adding up, and you just can't ignore the red flags. And your discernment is telling you that, no, this person is not right. You have thrown every positive thing you can towards them, and everything they come back with is negative. You dwell on negativity. You don't want anything positive. You say you want to go somewhere, but then, you don't want to go nowhere. Somebody tries to help you, and you, what are your intentions on help? Like, huh? Like, sometimes people genuinely care about your well-being. The thing is, you can tell, like, people's intentions. Like, if somebody is steady giving you positive, good intentions and you don't really see no underlying anything they looking for on the back end from it, that's probably what it is. But if some other people just steadily angling and like, what are you angling for? Like, everything is right in front of you and you like looking like for what's the catch. But that means that's how you think. There's always a catch in doing something with you and in dealing with you. Now, here's how, it came to me to test the spirit. I just treat this person in the best genuine way possible. And then just waited on their response to genuine actions and, everything. Because here's the thing. They probably thought I already had some money, but I got it, but I ain't got, you know how shit be. Like how you be supposed, but then, it be stuff that, and then like you ain't even got what people think that you got, but you got it, but you ain't got it. Okay. So basically, I ain't really just working with what you probably thought I was working with. But, I'm an industrious young man. I get out here, do what I gotta do. And I ain't talking about like selling drugs and no shit like that. So let me stop before that was sounding the wrong way and people go further into things than where they need to go with it. But yeah, I've been working, doing my thing. So like, I got a little bit. Like, when I say a little bit, it's just a little bit because I got bills. Like, you know how it be struggling here and there. But, what's mine is yours. So, then through the process of this week, I sold a scrap car I had just, in the yard or whatever. And I gave her half the money. And then she was like, that's not enough. I need more than that. Then, like, just acted funny and started a whole fight that later on that night. And I'm like, like, I'm treating you how I feel like you should be treated, and you are unhappy with that. That means that's not the treatment that you wanted. See, she came talking about she wanted to get married. She wanted me to adopt her daughter. She wanted to just start our relationship back over and all this, that, and other. But see, it's just like the dude at McDonald's, that bum that was talking about he was hungry and had a whole story and all that other shit. Same thing. It's the same thing. You come back out with that hamburger, shit, there's a 50% chance that motherfucker gonna be on your shirt. That's all I'm saying. Then I just had to hit the like, yeah, hold on. I done heard you was a little shady. I heard you were trying to get me killed. I heard you were trying to set me up. I done heard these things now. I ain't put them out my mind. I was happy to see you, and I was hoping them things wasn't true. But, yeah, I know when somebody trying to set me up. Like, you come just pop up randomly in my life on a Friday, then I don't see you the rest of Friday night, but I get a phone call from an emergency room Saturday morning to pick you up. I ain't seen you in 6 months. You look like you done got your ass beat, done been handcuffed in some more shit. I don't know what the fuck done happened, because I wasn't with you. But why call me when shit start going messed up in your life? Why call me when you about to get evicted? I forgot. My cousin, your landlord. Oh, shit. My cousin, your landlord. Anywho. But, yeah. Then, I'm trying to make plans on like going forward in life, doing real things now. And you like, well, I got a daughter. I'm gonna have to get like cameras in her bedroom, and like I'm like, where is you going with this? Where is you going with this? I know you 8 years before you even had a kid. I know your kid her whole life. Her whole life. Where is we going with this? Like, cause if you ain't ever thought nothing before, and like I ain't even seen the little girl in 2 years. I ain't seen you in 6 months. I can make that make sense, but I ain't even gonna make that make sense. But yeah, that's crazy. Like, don't be trying to like that's the thing. It's good men out here, and some of these females just try to like use the good men. Like, I don't know what you got going on in your life, but it don't look like it's right. Just from my perspective and from my discernment. Like, everybody in the church ain't right. There's a lot of pastors touching on little kids now, so there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. So, I don't know. I'm just gonna pray for folks and mind my business and just run my shit how I run my shit, because they shit ain't looking right. But don't come around being no liability and trying to disguise yourself as an asset. Because my discernment say you a big ass liability and you need to stay where the fuck you at.